my name is Jennilie and I'm currently MCP of ISEC Indonesia. I really hope this video finds you in a very good time. And I'm really excited to express my candidacy for AI Country Development for 1011.
Active learner and ambitious.
Strategic thinking and analytical.
Smart worker and extreme fun.
And my dream is to become an entrepreneur in food specialty. I'm just such a huge fan of food. At the end, I had 2 years in ISEC Indonesia, first as MCVP Exchange, second as MCP, and then the result was amazing. From global rank 49 in 2007 into global rank 15 at the moment, and every year we have at least 100% growth. 2009 we have 200% growth in terms of realization, and from no money in bank account into 3 months reserve at the moment.
Now, after 5 years being in ISEC, has come the time for me to decide what is after MCP. And when I try to think of that, somehow the memory of my first marketing call and my first meeting and my first experience in sending EP abroad and also learning together with EP who is coming to Indonesia and all the international conference, all the people that I've met, I always know that ISEC has always been a big part of my life. And especially now, we are at the end of 2010 and also heading to what is after 2010. Definitely this huge network need to decide what is the direction that we need to take. And in deciding what is the direction, I want to contribute to that, to what is next for ISEC.
So, Global Plenary, you asked me why am I as AIPP Country Development? My learning in ISEC Indonesia gave me a very complete learning. Starting from a country which is asking themselves whether they can grow, into the stage that they finally prove it that they can grow. And right now, ISEC Indonesia is still keep expanding and then trying to keep the growth sustainable. So I want to share this experience and learning to this ISEC network.
Currently, with all their knowledge and research, AI is the one that deciding the country development model and deciding what country is gonna get what kind of service. At this moment, a lot of countries are actually wondering and questioning how can AI support their country and what kind of support that their country needs. So the first idea is to set expectation between countries and AI, and then AI can set certain standard service and an additional service which country can choose from. And then from this set expectation, it will be a better match expectation among country and AI. The second idea to have the support from the virtual team. This in order to smoothen the GCP sharing among countries and also to customize the support based on country needs. Through this, we will have a match between the support given and the support needed, and the support nature is also ongoing. The next idea is to cluster the countries based on 2 indicators. The first one is based on the external trend. This in order to create the incentive for the countries inside the cluster to work together and support each other. The second indicator is an exchange pool where they are good at. This is in order to create innovation for ISEC XP product so we can sell better for the external. And in here, by having the cluster, we will be able to have the country being proactive in supporting each other instead of waiting from the support from AI. Having the clear expectation, the next idea to have a virtual tracking. Because it's clear, then we know also the timeline and what is the need of the country to support to. So instead of going around the countries and then being unable to track virtually in a constant way, we will able to track virtually, monthly, on country plan, and also budget. Virtual tracking will also help the country to be connected to the needed support, and in here AI role as connector is really there. The fifth idea is to connect countries based on their supply and their demands. AI role is connecting. It can be through Twitter, real data, or it can be. And how do we do it? The strategy proposed will be 1. To connect the countries with the resources and knowledge to the countries who need it. And then under this strategy, there are around 5 other actions, which is the first one is cluster initiative that has been proposed in my application. The second one is real data update. For example, we can use Twitter. So I could know in real data time manner what happened in other countries, and might be that information is needed by my country in order to do cooperation, or is something that I can learn from. And the third action will be a consistent virtual tracking. This is possible if we already have a set expectation with the countries, so we could know what is the additional service that the country wants from AI. So we could set a timeline of support that will be given to countries depending on their need. The fifth action would be updating on virtual data. Data can be a good case practice from other countries, growth that happened in other countries, or exchange update, or ISO 2010 indicator updates. This data will be a beneficial information for countries, and countries can follow it up, so this will enhance cooperation within the countries. And the last action for this strategy would be the award for the best growing cluster. This is as an incentive for the cluster which is really growing and performing, and in the end make all the countries within the cluster all growing together.